Hello, beautiful, and welcome to the Finding Fertility podcast. I'm Monica, your mentor in uncovering the hidden layers of your fertility journey. Together, we'll discover the right path for you within the 6 essential steps to creating the family of your dreams. We'll ditch the overwhelm, tune into your intuition, and build a vibrant foundation for your fertility. Whether it's through gut health, subconscious healing, or energetic alignment, you can unlock your body's natural power to get and stay pregnant. Your fertility journey is all about radical responsibility and deeply believing that your body is on your side. It's time to stay consistent, embrace trust, surrender, and create the transformation you deserve. Finding Fertility does not diagnose, prescribe, or treat any fertility issues. What we do is empower you to take control of your health by uncovering the root causes holding you back. Let's do this together. Happy Friday. Welcome back to another episode of Finding Fertility. I'm your host, Monica Cox, and I am so honored you are here with me, becoming the conscious mama you were born to be. So today is going to be short and sweet because listen, if you are reading the Mabel, Monique, and Monica series, you will see that Mabel did the most important thing, the hardest thing for us to do. She took a different action instead of looping and spiraling into the same old overdoing, over controlling. This is the moments, the micro moments that you guys really start shifting your energy and your frequency when you take that opposite action. So the knowing is vital. It is really important. Your conscious brain needs to have this knowledge, but the magic doesn't lie in the knowledge. It is in the integration, the coherence, the alignment. So in today's chapter or this week's chapter, Mabel didn't discover something new to do, a new trick, a new modality. She just did something different. She slowed down, not just physically, but energetically. And that subtle, conscious decision shifted everything for her in that moment. Because when you read the story, you will see that she finally got quite enough to receive the messages she's been searching for. And I know you feel this in your bones because I know you're living this right now. I live this. I'm still living through this. This path of growth and expansion never stops, but it gets easier. Okay. We're not going to stay in the thick of it forever, but your old self will fight you over stillness because she doesn't believe that it's safe. And she thinks that in order to be safe, she has to be in control. But the real safety, the kind that your body and your future baby is craving, comes from that coherence, that stillness, not the chaos that we are so used to. So when you finally stop overdoing and start listening, everything can start changing for you. Not just your mindset or your cycle, your connection changes. Your alignment sharpens, your frequency rises. So I want to ask, and I had a fertility breakthrough session today, and I want to bring in what we uncovered for her because this is a very beautiful soul who is not willing to give up, and she has been in this journey for far too long and even has had some really amazing grounding principles in mindset and has taken, I'm not going to say the course, but there's another, there's tons of us fertility women out there. But here's the thing, I'm not claiming to have all the answers and I'm not the only one doing this, but there is a missing piece between the mindset and coherence. Okay. And that's taking that radical honesty, that look of what you are doing and what you have been through that is potentially keeping you stuck from applying the knowledge that you have gained. So one of her big issues is trusting her body. But when we tapped into the root cause of why she couldn't trust her body, she didn't feel safe in her body for very, very real reasons. Okay. Let me just say the three that she said are in the top five of the hardest things a woman would have to go through in her life. Okay, so we didn't tackle all of them in this little session, but we started tackling one. And when you don't feel safe in your body, it is almost impossible to trust yourself because your body is that vessel that you are going to feel and sense the vibration of what is trying to come through. And if that vibration, if that frequency is disrupted by past events that can shatter your nervous system and have total chaos going on through your fascia. It is going, yeah, like, I don't want to say nothing's impossible, but it is going to be extremely hard, and you are going to continue to loop in the same patterns over and over again, and you are going to most likely have real physical issues, especially in the womb area, including fibroids, including endometriosis, all those things that are, yes, you're genetically prone, but are more of a situation that is due to from outside circumstances, not necessarily genetics. So you cannot trust your body when you do not feel safe in it. If your body feels like the enemy, if your body has been disappointing you over and over again, if your body has real physical and emotional trauma, if your nervous system is living in a constant state or fight or flight because of past situations, then the course of trust almost feels impossible. And it's very hard to really feel and get in alignment with your intuition because trust doesn't live in your brain, it lives in your body. And one of the things that got brought up in this session is that she's been told that she shouldn't feel her emotions. She should just, that's just going to make it worse. She should just, you know, try to think positive thoughts or get herself out of the, situation or whatever it is. And people who are saying that do not understand how emotions and frequency are real living things that are unseen and how they move through and react and express in the body. So, one of the tips that I gave her is that when we're moving through a big emotional thing, and I'll give you a little example for me, okay? If you've been listening to this podcast, you know I took care of my father at the end of his life last year, and he passed away in November, like less than a week after his birthday. And with all my knowledge and all my modalities, I have really sailed through this really huge life event in my life. But, but that doesn't mean I still don't have waves that crash down on me, and I could cry right now, of grief, and even like anger around certain situations that contributed to why my father passed away so young. He was only 68, and it didn't have to be that way. And so instead of me pushing away those waves of grief or even, using modalities right away to like get rid of it, I allow myself to sit in it and feel it because that's what my body is saying that it needs at that moment in time. And sometimes it's heavier and sometimes it's not. But I do not ignore that I'm going to be processing that for a while, and that is okay. So there's things in our lives that need more TLC, and it's not a quick fix. books, as much as I love subconscious empowerment and breath work and emotional freedom tapping and all those, some of these things are really multi-layered, and we have to honor ourselves that we have been living with these things too for decades. And so we cannot show up to this journey and think, oh, well, I've done X, Y, and Z, so therefore I should be over this now. It just doesn't work that way. And that's why I always say the magic is in the mundane, because it's in the mundane that you are recognizing and having that radical responsibility of what's actually happening, what you need to be moving through. So it's not this constant search. I need to heal. I need to do this. I need to do that. You're just being honest with yourself. Where am I? How am I feeling? What am I doing? Okay. And then you need to investigate, what does that need? Does that need a walk outside? Does that just need a connection with nature? Does that need a prayer? Does that need a song? Do I need a dance? Or do I need to go deeper with this? Do I need a quiet meditation session, a journaling session? I just booked, and I paid a lot of money for a 45-minute session. Even though I have these techniques, there's something that is really heavy on my heart that I need to break through. And I know working with someone else is going to get me way quicker there. So it's asking yourself, where am I? What kind of support do I need? And then taking that action to do it and bringing in that consistency. So if you are feeling like stuck, like, Monica, I hear you, but I just don't know what to do. This is why I'm writing the Monica Monique Mabel series, is that you can just read instead of learn and witness this in action. Mabel is just doing something completely different than what she's used to, and she's getting still, and she's sitting in the uncomfortableness of the stillness, and she's seeing the magic that comes from it. And next week is even more magical, if I do say so myself. Sometimes I feel like, what a beautiful, brilliant brain you have, to come up with these things. But she actually is scattered priorities. Once again, these are patterns that we are going to loop and loop until we get real with ourselves. When we have been doing it all, working with different practitioners, trying to piece it all together, and we don't feel like we want to start over again, or even if we're feeling like this practitioner I've been working with, it's not quote unquote working, or this is what I've been taught, and just get real with yourself. Is it working? Are you seeing the results that you want to see? And if that is a hard no, then you have to shift. And next week, Mabel is going to deep dive into all the things that she is doing to, make her dreams come true, and really start prioritizing what is it that she truly needs. And when she's able to do this, and when she's able to open up, she receives, and she has the most beautiful dream ever with her quote unquote spirit baby. Because if you guys have been around here long enough, I don't believe that they are babies. They are very advanced souls. And especially your children, they are waiting for you to elevate yourself so they can come down and not have to deal with the drama that we dealt with, the emotional baggage that gets handed down, the food sensitivities, the gut health issues, the fertility issues. They are like, hey, mama, I want better. So you have to do better for us. And that is a big ask. But I can hand on heart tell you that when you are through the thick of it, when you are holding your babies, when you are making conscious decisions to really elevate your life and your family's life, you will thank yourself for continuously showing up for yourself. So please come back next week. Watch out. If you're not on the email list, make sure you get the email list, because I email you when the series is out so you can go read it. And this week, I am asking you not to do anything more and just invite you to do one small thing differently. Even if it's just taking 5 minutes, putting your hand on your heart and a hand on your belly and asking, what part of me is running the show right now? Let your body speak to you. Let your body be heard. And then ask, what would alignment look like in this moment? You don't need to fix anything. You don't have to rush clarity. You just have to slow down long enough to let the truth rise. So until then, have a beautiful weekend, and we'll see you next Friday on another episode of Finding Fertility. Thank you once again for tuning in and becoming the conscious mama you were born to be. Remember, I wasn't some magical unicorn who stumbled into fertility success. I stayed consistent, I put in the work, and I made it happen. And guess what? You can too. And I have something for my loyal podcast listeners, but here's the key. This is only for women who are feeling burnt out, frustrated, and stuck in the cycle of endless research. And you're at a point where you are screaming, I have tried everything. Why isn't this working? This only works for women who are ready to take a radical responsibility for their journey and start listening to their body's innate wisdom. Because deep down, you know you can heal and achieve your ultimate goal. If that's not you yet, that's okay. Not everyone is ready yet to show up with ease, deeply connect to their energy, unlock subconscious patterns, and listen to their body's ability to come into full coherence. But for those who are ready, I'm offering something I only do with my paying clients, and this is a fertility breakthrough session. This is the first thing I do, even before I start really deeply working with someone in a coaching package. It's a deep dive session where we look at exactly where you are right now, what's keeping you stuck, and the easy shifts that can change everything. But fair warning, these sessions are very limited and go fast. So if you're interested in checking out my superpower for uncovering exactly what's been overlooked, jump into one of these free calls. They're deep, they're intuitive, and they're game-changing. The only way you can access this is if you actually personally message me. You can do it on your favorite platform, IG, TikTok, or at my personal email, monica@findingfertility.co. Not .com, because they wanted $3,000 for the M, with just one word. And that word is dreams, obviously, DREAMS. And I'll make sure you get that link right away. Remember, this transformation happens when you stay committed to yourself. Trust your body, follow your intuition, make it possible. The links that you need are down below. And if you are still here and you absolutely love this podcast, please take some time and leave me a review and help other women like you find this podcast to get the support they need. Help a sister out. Leave a review today.